I had a great conversation with Daina Matskina the other day. She's a horse trainer in Latvia and she's organizing and hosting a VetCareTraining Clinic in Latvia in June. So we did an Instagram live where we talked about equine cooperative care and also about the upcoming clinic. And there were actually several good points that we made. So I was thinking, why not turning it into a podcast episode? So here it is. It is a little bit longer than the usual episodes because it's an uncut, unedited conversation. So I hope you enjoy listening to it. Hello everyone, welcome to this live chat. In a minute, I am going to invite Daina Matskina from Latvia, and we are going to have a chat about an upcoming vet care training clinic. So let me check if... yeah, here you are. Hello, how are you?
Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, I can see you. Hi.
Perfect. I'm really excited. That's something what I don't usually do. So let's hope.
It's a step out of the comfort zone, isn't it? To
Yes,
go live.
it is. Something that we are doing with horses, every day.
Yes, every day. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So can you maybe then start explaining a little bit briefly what is cooperative care? Because in Latvia we actually don't have a translation for that. We try to find one, but when we say it, it's not that everybody knows. That's that. So it would be really good that you, share what is your explanation.
Okay, I will. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to translate it to other languages. In the Czech Republic, we also don't have a good explanation, like good name for it. When you name it in English, cooperative care, like everybody kind of knows what to expect and what to imagine. I translate it as a cooperation with horses when I speak about it in the Czech Republic, as a cooperation with horses when we do some vet procedures or something like this, which is kind of it's not a name like cooperative care and all of a sudden. So cooperative care is a modern way of how to take care of our animals, not just horses. We can do it with all the animals. And it started in zoos and SeaWorld, where there are wild animals in captivity. And sometimes they needed to, frequently they probably needed to check on their health, and sometimes they needed to do some medications or some healthcare procedures. Like some animals, I can imagine, would need to have their teeth cleaned or brushed, or have their claws or hooves done or something like this. And if it's a wild animal, even if the wild animal is in a captivity in the zoo, it is still a wild animal. So if you want to do something with this animal, you have to usually put it under general anesthesia, right? You have to, work with these animals when they're anesthetized. And sometimes you just need to measure to take their weight, for example, right? Or to check on their health condition, whether they are losing weight or whether they are getting skinny or whether they are gaining weight or something like this. So also anesthesia is risky for all the animals. Complications may occur at any time. Even if we can say when we do it right, it's pretty safe, but you never know how the organism of the animal responds to it. So this is when they probably invented something like cooperative care. And I can imagine someone said, okay, let's train animals to participate in these procedures, in the simple procedures. So you can have a simple cooperative behavior as throwing a piece of food somewhere on the scale, and the animal goes to the scale to eat that food, and you can measure their weight. Or you can take it several levels higher, and you can have a complicated cooperative behavior or complex cooperative behavior, such as you can train, for example, oh, there's an airplane going up, just flying above, so I hope you don't hear the noise.
No.
Yeah, so you can basically teach the animals whatever. I have seen some videos of a hyena cooperating in her blood draw, or a zebra cooperating in a blood draw, or a tiger, for example, cooperating in the same thing. And I have seen some videos of a polar bear cooperating in X-ray of his paw. So he essentially put the paw outside of the cage on the cassette for an X-ray, and this is how it was done. So the best thing about cooperative care is that you can take care of your animal's health without stress. Okay, so this is why they started doing it in the zoos, and then it started spreading to our companion animals. Early adopters were dog trainers, of course, because dog training is it is further away, I would say, in the science-based way and ethical way than the horse training is. So for the horse trainers, there's still, a lot of work to do to improve our knowledge and our skills. And yeah, so even the owners of dogs and other animals started seeing the benefits of training animals, preparing them, getting them ready for healthcare. Basically, it doesn't have to be like vet procedures, but it's also brushing. When it comes to dogs, it's clipping the nails. Not many dogs like having their nail clips, right? And when it comes to horses, there are so many benefits to teach horses to cooperate in their care. And, so coming back to what is cooperative care and what is it when we talk about cooperative care in horses, it means that horses voluntarily cooperate in their care, right? It doesn't mean that we do something fast enough so that the horse doesn't have time to respond, which usually is like it still is one of the strategies, and I can totally get that in emergencies it can be a way to go. But when we do it all the time, when we create a pattern of our behavior, it can backfire, because when we do it all the time, then the horse learns what's going on, and they can try to avoid that procedure. Like many people do it with injections. Do it fast enough so that the horse doesn't have time to notice. You can do it once or twice, and then the horse starts noticing patterns in your behavior, and then the horse may start reacting to it. So cooperative care means that we teach horses what to do, and that we also teach horses to give their consent, which may seem kind of like,
mysterious.
not very practical. Yeah, mysterious.
Yeah.
Not very practical, because if you imagine that somebody comes, like a vet comes to a big pasture with a syringe and says, who wants an injection, and I can imagine that horses maybe would be interested and come to see the vet, and when they see what's going to happen, that they're getting injection, then they wouldn't say yes. But yeah, this is how many people imagine that consent-based care doesn't work, but it actually works pretty well, because we are able to step by step train our horses to take the first step to say, yes, I'm ready for the procedure. So this is what can be done with cooperative care, and it's amazing. And we can even get to the point when the horse clearly knows that they are about to get an injection, and the horse says yes. It's totally possible. So Cooperative care is a modern way of taking care of our horses and other animals in cooperation with them. So we are not doing some procedures on them without them either passively tolerating these procedures, which is
Mm-hmm.
also completely fine when we train them or when we try to get them used to these procedures. It's fine. We can do it in emergencies. It's
Mm-hmm.
also a way to go. But cooperative care is something different. It's a dialogue. It's a dialogue, and it requires some training, which also helps create better communication between the horse and the human, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's not just about getting horses used to injections or deworming, or it isn't about making the horse stand still for a procedure. It's about creating a space for dialogue and helping the horse be more comfortable, because the fact that the horse stands still, doesn't move, and the fact that the horse is comfortable, these can be two different things.
Mm-hmm.
And you will see the difference when the horse gets stressed, because
Mm-hmm.
when the horse tolerates the injection, for example, I'm speaking about injections a lot because there are many horses who don't tolerate injections. So if a horse stands still for an injection because they think that they have to, otherwise it will get worse, when that horse gets stressed, gets afraid of something even more, that they're afraid of an injection, then you will see it. The horse will try to avoid the
Mm-hmm.
procedure. While when the horse stands still because they want to and because they know that they have a choice, which is a huge part of cooperative care, that the animals have choice, and that they can say stop by just taking a step backwards or just leaning away or something,
Mm-hmm.
then this will be their reaction. When they don't like something, they will not try to run away or fight or kick or something like this. They will just go, I don't feel comfortable. And when the humans reflect it, then, this is the conversation and this is the cooperation. So I
Yes.
hope it makes sense. I can talk about this for hours because there's so many
No,
things.
you said there are many good things, and I wrote some of them down. Like when you said about the zoo world, where it all started, and there we can see this voluntary thing happening because you cannot take the polar bear by halter and then
Yeah,
bring him and then
exactly.
hold him and do something like, yeah, so he doesn't see that we are doing injection because that can backfire really badly. So, and if we see that so many different species can do it, then why not horses?
Right, exactly,
And
exactly. Oh, you were
mhm.
working at a zoo, weren't you?
Yes, yeah,
Did you
yeah.
do
I'm
cooperative care?
well, we were not that far, but with reindeers, we did the scale. So they
Uh-huh.
know how to step on a scale and we can
Perfect.
get the weight. So that's also a really good thing to have. And it's we also did it with some birds and monkeys. So
Hmm.
it's possible. But of course, it takes time. And that's the other thing, which is the how to say, people are not so interested maybe in doing this because it takes time to get the horse comfortable with it. You need to prepare well. You need to do a lot of training before, rather than just coming and, as you said, do it fast enough and we never speak about it again. But like many people also have told me and about. Thinking of this seminar that yeah, with the first time it's all good. Yeah, we can do it like this, we can just trick the horse to get the
Of course.
injection, but then people are like, yeah, but how do we do it then later, because that's the most problematic, and that's when these also safety issues happen, that people get kicked or squashed. And that's not something what we want. But if we imagine ourselves, if we went to the doctor and we didn't know what they are planning to do, you wouldn't want to go next time.
Yeah,
So I think it's good to reflect on ourselves as well. We always we want that the doctor says okay, now you sit still, now we will do this, you show the syringe, and actually, yeah, then we feel more comfortable rather than, oh, look what's there.
yeah,
So it's not that far to understand why wouldn't he stand still? And
yeah, exactly. And that's why so many kids don't want to go to the dentist. Because
mhm,
with little children, it is so much easier to just hold them down and do what you need to do. And that's why so many people are scared to go, especially to the dentist, but because you have to go regularly. But when they have some health problems as kids, then they can be
mhm,
traumatized by just this
mhm,
handling, holding them down. Basically, this is the situation when they don't have choice and when they don't have control, and their nervous system goes into the sympathetic activation, the flight mode. Then
mhm,
when the flight mode doesn't work, they try to fight. And when
mhm,
this doesn't work, they go into the freeze mode. And this is almost a near-death experience, the freeze mode, because it is really a shutdown mode, or okay, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole right now because it's an interesting topic, but we can talk about it in a different time. I could be
yes.
talking about it for hours, but I don't want to do
But
it
do
right
you
now. But yeah,
actually?
yeah, we can totally understand that horses also don't like veterinarians or these procedures because they simply are not prepared. As you
Mhm,
said, or as some of your students maybe said, that yeah, we can do it for the first time, and that's it. That's the same thing as when is if we think about it as with riding. Um, if you want to put a saddle on a horse for the first time and sit on the horse for the first time, you prepare the horse. And imagine if someone said, oh, we managed to put a saddle on the horse for the first time, but of course then the horse spooked, and then the horse tried to escape, and then the horse got traumatized and everything. And we cannot put a saddle on the horse anymore. That's the same thing, right? Because you can trick the horse once, you know,
mhm, mhm,
but then the horse learns, and then the horse learns that the situation wasn't nice and wasn't safe, and the next time the horse will respond even earlier. So yeah, many people still aren't very interested, like many equestrians aren't interested in cooperative care because there's a work to do. We can have a cooperative horse, but we have to train that horse a little bit. But when we need to do some procedure, like some emergency procedure, there are other strategies too. We can use negative reinforcement. We can use systematic desensitization. We can spice it up with a little counter conditioning. So if where appropriate, we can still use food. We can, kind of trick the animal, even if it's a matter of saving the animal's life. We can do it.
mhm,
But that doesn't mean that the animal is ready for whatever procedure we will need to do next time. And yes, so if we want to have a cooperative animal who is actively giving us consent with their care, yes, we have to spend some time training. But, the question really is, why do we have horses?
mhm,
Do we want everything to be easy and instant? It's an instant time kind of. We want everything instantly. Or do we want to build a wonderful relationship with the horse? Do we want to build trust with the horse? Because cooperative care is an amazing way to build trust,
mhm,
because not all the horses can be ridden, right? Not all the
mhm,
horses are sound enough to be worked with or to be ridden. Well, for cooperative care, they don't have to be. You can do this training even if the horse is half feral or is very old or possibly very young,
Or
right?
has a box regime, yeah, that he cannot go
Absolutely,
out.
absolutely. It's a great thing to work with horses who have stall rest, yeah, box
Mm-hmm.
rest, because
Mm-hmm.
those horses need to do something with their brain. They cannot do much with their body, but they have to do something with their brain to not get bored. And cooperative care training is an amazing way to get them entertained.
Yes, and that's a big part of it, this communication. But I think the other big is this feeling safe around your horse, and
Absolutely.
like owners are usually the ones that are by the horse, but if they don't feel safe, then it's only up to veterinarians, right? And you are yourself a veterinarian, and
Yeah.
you did
Yeah.
yes some work, so you know how it is to be.
Wild sometimes.
Yeah, and I think it's like owners, let's say, the responsibility to
Yeah.
prepare their horse for the veterinarian, so the veterinarian is safe and sound. But of course, things can happen still. But
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
while you were working as veterinarian, what did you like feel the most when, or how to say, if you uh, would see a horse who is a cooperative one or who is not, what do you think is the biggest benefit of that, that it's
Uh,
trained?
yeah, there are so many benefits. Safety is the first thing. And as you said, it kind of is a part of a responsible horse ownership to get the
Mm-hmm.
horse ready for the real life, basically, right? Because many horses are ready for riding. Um, they can be ridden up to higher level competition, level, or some of the horses can be ridden by kids very safely, by beginner riders. But then when the vet comes to give them an injection, they turn into monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And like literally, they are fighting for their lives because they are so scared. And this is a horse who isn't ready for the real life.
Mm-hmm.
The horse is safe with kids. That's one thing. That's great. Or the horse is safe for beginners to ride that horse through an eventing course or whatever. That's great. But when something happens to the horse and the horse will try to escape or avoid being treated, or the horse wouldn't even let the vet come closer, then there is a serious threat to their welfare, because the we wouldn't have chance to treat that horse properly. And yeah, as a vet, I have been called to these horses a lot because people started noticing that I know how to handle these horses, and that led to people calling me with all these horses because
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't find another vet, because I can get it. Veterinarians in like nowadays, they are very busy. There are many horses. There are not enough equine veterinarians all over the world. I don't know how is it in Latvia, but like,
Now, similar, yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
sometimes hard to get one.
Yeah, yeah. So when you know that you can treat two patients safely in a same amount of time as treat to treat one patient that is totally not safe, and it will take you twice as much time as the previous ones,
Mm-hmm.
then how do you make a decision? How do you decide? And that's why I think it is so important for the owners to get their horses ready for vet procedures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as a vet, I have seen a lot of these horses, and with some horses, I had to be really, like, I had to know what I was doing. I had to do it quickly, because the thing is that when the horse isn't ready And when the horse is already stressed or is already in pain, like when the horse is injured and they call a vet who knows cooperative care and knows all the things, it still doesn't have to be okay, because the horse's stress level is already so high that sometimes there's not much you can do, and you just have to do it quickly. You just have to trick the horse into, not noticing an injection, and you just have to sedate the horse and wait for the sedation to kick in. And these horses still, when the horses aren't prepared, then chances are they will experience stress. Like this. And even if we as vets or owners or caregivers are skilled in techniques like cooperative care and low stress handling, if the horse is really, really stressed, or there's another important thing, if the horse shows an unwanted behavior that is strongly associated, strongly, like heavily reinforced, well learned, basically well trained, then it is usually hard to solve this problem as you go. Right? So, for example, if the horse doesn't like injections, there's a component of stress, of course, but there's also a component of learning. And I have seen a horse who basically learned a response of rearing when somebody touched his neck. So it was like a button. You touch the horse's neck, the horse rears. So, of course, in the beginning, there was a lot of stress. That's why the horse started rearing. But then the horse learned over time that this is the response. Like, the horse learned that if he wants the people to leave him alone, all he has to do is to rear. And it worked, right? So if there is such a strong learned response, it is really hard to do something with the horse when they call you as a vet to inject that horse or to do something with the horse, to treat that horse in some way. So this is also another thing why it is so important to get these horses ready. So if there's someone looking at this live chat or listening who already has a horse who doesn't like injections or doesn't like vets or doesn't like deworming or is head shy, or farriers appointments are often a problem. If you already have such a horse, think about it. Like, think about getting the horse ready for these real life situations, because then your horse can get better care, right?
Yeah, there's
And
more possibility for the treatment.
absolutely.
And as you said, that there's stress involved. So if you need to sedate the horse, you then need to give bigger doses.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't.
Yeah, I have done I've been doing anesthesia for several years. I worked at the clinic, at the Equine Clinic, and I was the main anesthesiologist. And then I worked as a field vet, and again, I put under anesthesia and sedated. I don't even remember how many horses. And I have to say, every anesthesia is different, depending on the temperament of the horse, level of stress, whether the horse ate before the anesthesia or whether the horse was hungry and stuff. But we tend to calculate the doses based on the horse's weight, and sometimes based on the horse's type and temperament, because sometimes those big, heavy trot horses need less than a skinny thoroughbred that is in full training. Also, the cardiovascular capacity is important. But yeah, what is also important is that the sedation or general anesthesia will not be reliable when the horse is stressed. And it won't be reliable to the point, then yes, we have to usually give him a little bit higher doses, but then it takes longer still for the anesthesia to kick in, for the horse to become sleepy. And then usually it takes, shorter time for the horse to kind of get a little bit awake to the point that you have to give him a little bit more. And then it takes longer for the horse to recover from the anesthesia. So it can, the horse really can have these waves of, being too awake to tolerate the procedure, and then being too deep in the anesthesia, then becoming, too much awake, too deep. And this is also, one thing to consider, that it's really difficult to anesthetize a horse that is very stressed or sedated, because
And
the
also,
sedation or the anesthesia isn't reliable, and it isn't safe. Right?
yes, because it's you cannot give too much, and you don't usually wouldn't give it too regularly,
Yeah, yeah,
frequently. It's
yeah,
not healthy, of course.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically everything leads to us needing to get our horses ready. Like, as
Okay,
many
so
people think about it, right?
yeah.
We think, again, with the riding horse, we think we have to prepare our horse for riding somehow. We know it. We know we wouldn't sit on a horse just like on a completely green horse without getting the horse ready in some way. But with vet procedures, we assume that we can catch a half feral foal on a pasture, and the foal will be complete, or a young horse, a yearling, whatever, will be completely okay with us doing whatever procedure we will do. It doesn't work like this, right? And yeah, so the benefits, one of the biggest benefit of getting horses ready is safety, our safety, because I don't know if you have seen this study, but there's some study that proves that being an equine veterinarian is the most dangerous job, considering work-related injuries. And the owners and other people around are at risk too. It's not just the vet. So safety, and then the quality of the treatment, the quality of life, because really, if the horse is standing still, there's a big difference in the quality of the care we can provide, or if the horse
Yes.
even, cooperates with us.
Yes, exactly. So that's why you're coming here in June.
Yeah,
And
looking forward to.
yes, so what people can expect if the ones that heard this and said, yeah, I have horses that are afraid, or maybe because there were some people saying that they actually would be interested in learning about this, but their horses are fine. Like they are good with all the injections and deworming, but they still thinking they would want to join. So maybe you can tell a bit what will happen.
That's perfect, actually. If your horses are good, you can still start teaching them to cooperate in their care, because it's about creating the dialogue. It's about teaching the horse to take the first step, to do some behavior, to tell you when they're not comfortable. And if the horse is okay now, it doesn't mean that they will be okay forever. Okay, I don't want anything to happen to any of your horses, but life happens, and it can be that sometimes in the future something might happen, and your horse will need to be taken care of, and will need medication every day. It can, this can happen. And so it's very wise to learn about cooperative care and to start some cooperative behavior, because it's not just about getting horses ready for a vet. It's about learning how to understand the horse better. I had an online course, for example, and I have noticed how my students got better in reading the body language of their horses. They immediately were able to tell if the horse is comfortable and cooperative or not, which was amazing, right? This is the first step to being safe, when you start noticing the first signs of your horse not being comfortable or being stressed.
It is
So
a good side effect of your
yeah,
training.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. There are so many benefits, and it also will make you a better trainer. It will help you understand positive reinforcement training, because cooperative care is based on positive reinforcement training, and you can then use it to train whatever behavior you want. And also, so if your horses are okay and you still want to learn about cooperative care, that's perfect, and that's that's the way, because you can get your horses ready for real life situations, and you can make sure that the horse really are comfortable, because sometimes when the horses aren't reacting, it doesn't mean that they are comfortable. These can
Yes,
be
as you
things.
said, yeah,
And
standing still. Yeah.
yeah, standing still but hating. Okay, there's a situation when the horse stands still but hates the procedure, and there's a situation when the horse stands still and it's okay with the procedure. And again, it can be a difference when the horse becomes stressed. What decision is the horse going to make? So this is a very
Yes.
interesting thing.
And
And,
you,
uh-huh.
sorry to interrupt, but you mentioned this positive reinforcement. So if people are new to this, are they still, will they benefit from the clinic?
Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about the clinic. So in the beginning, it will be 2 days clinic, and in the beginning, I would like to do some introduction to cooperative care, and I will do some short introduction to positive reinforcement training, so that I'm sure that everybody understands what we are talking about. And basically, you have two options to attend the clinic. First, as an auditor. So basically, you come without a horse, and you will watch other people train with their horses, and you will learn, and I will answer your questions. And then there is another option. You can come as an active participant to train your horse at the clinic. And it really doesn't matter if you are a skilled positive reinforcement trainer, or if you even know something about cooperative care or not. Uh, all the levels are welcomed. So it doesn't matter at what level you are. If you want to learn, you're fine and you're welcome to the clinic. And but what is important is that, especially if you want to come as an active participant with a horse, of course, the horse has to be healthy. You can ask Daina about some regulations that apply to that specific event, especially if you are traveling with your horse from some other facility. So the horse has to be healthy, like infection wise. But the horse doesn't even have to be completely sound or sound to be ridden, because cooperative care training requires very little movement and very little physical effort. We will be training the horse's brain. So if your horse is fine to walk, that and to travel if necessary,
Yeah.
that's okay. But one thing it is important, and it is that I want you to be clear about where you are at. So if you are a complete beginner, never heard about cooperative care, never trained with positive reinforcement, that's your starting point, okay? Or if you are somewhere above this level, I want you to know your starting point, where you are at, okay? And the next thing is what you want to be working on, okay? So if your horse, for example, has problems with injections, then you will probably want to be working on injections. If your horse doesn't want to stand still for a farrier, then probably you will want to be working on hoof care. So if you want to attend with a horse, I want you to be clear on this, so that I can really target the training to your needs, because I want to do the clinic as much for you as I can. So you will get 3 training sessions per clinic, and there will be one the first day, right? We will do the
Yes.
theory in the morning,
Yeah.
and then afternoon there will be one training session. And the next day there will be two training sessions.
And there will be another Zoom call before, so
And there
you
will
get
be
to
another Zoom
know.
call,
Hmm.
and it will be for the active participants. And this is why I was speaking about you being ready, being mentally kind of prepared
Hmm.
for what you want to be working on, because on the Zoom call, I would really like to get to know you and your horses a little bit better, to start working with you already, because I really want you to get the maximum out of this clinic. So I really want you to be super clear about where you are at. So
Hmm.
whether you are a beginner, or whether you have tried to train your horses with positive reinforcement or have done some cooperative care, all of the levels are perfectly okay, but I just want you to know where you are
Hmm.
and what you want to work on. And we will be talking about this even in the Zoom call, and there will be also space for you to ask questions. So
Hmm.
yeah, this
Yeah,
is
because the
fun.
training sessions, they are individual, right?
Yes, they are
Yeah.
individual.
Hmm.
I will be
So.
individually working with each one of you who come with a horse. Of course, spaces are limited
Hmm.
to 8 people. So
Hmm.
if you want to come with the horse, don't wait for too long, because there might not be a space for you, but you can still
Hmm.
come as an auditor.
Hmm. Yes, yeah, that's right. Uh, because also there's a early bird ticket for the auditors if
Right?
they, yeah, know that they want to come. So better do it now, or then
Yeah. The
you can
sooner
join
the
also later. Yeah, yeah. Oh, really nice, because that I think can motivate people who are still on the hedge. How is it called? The
edge.
edge, yeah,
Edge.
to go or not to go. That it really is, as you said, for all levels, and it doesn't mean that, yeah, if your horse is safe doing everything, but you can still learn about this communication part and check, is he really comfortable, or he's
Yeah.
just being there and say hating it, or just living through it. Um, and as you have this experience with a lot of different horses around Czech Republic and elsewhere, yeah, you have done also clinics in Austria.
Yeah. No.
Mhm.
I have studied in Austria, but
No.
I have also I have lived in the United States for a while, so I have done some clinics there, and I'm teaching online a lot, so I have students from all over the world, basically.
Yes.
Yeah,
So if
horses from all over the world.
very nice, because then if you see another situation, you know maybe how to approach it from different
Yeah.
different place. Because if, as you said, there is a really strong this pattern of avoiding, then you don't go straight to that problem, right? You need to start from a different
Yeah.
place. So the whole.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you were speaking about the horses who are okay. Uh, it's like to me, it totally makes sense to do this work with them too, because you can take this, state of them being okay even further, and you can teach them to give their consent, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it's great when your horses are okay, but you can
Yeah,
still take it further.
yeah, of course, because this is not the clinic only for problematic
No,
situations. Yes, it's
no.
just to
For
get a,
everyone.
yes, to
And
have
prevention
a
is always better than the cure.
exactly.
This is
Yeah.
really important. So even if your horse is okay, you can still come and learn.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Was there something else what we wanted to speak about? Because I didn't receive any questions.
Yeah, I don't know if there was something. Well, if any one of you have any questions, just ask anytime. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
anytime you can write also later,
yeah.
because as this is happening first time here in Latvia, and that's something that is a bit um, not so well understood topic. So there can be a situation where you don't know even what to ask because you don't know anything about it. One thing, what was like a top question was about English, because not all people are so fluent in English. So we are there to help with translation. But of course, maybe we will see if we do it like mm, instantaneously, like you speak and then we translate, because then it takes
Mm-hmm.
maybe more time.
Mm-hmm.
Or if there are only some people, maybe we can help them separately.
Yeah, we can. So, this is very important. So the clinic will be in English because
Hmm.
obviously I don't speak Latvian. I will have no time to learn Latvian, you know,
Prepare.
before the clinic.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
not enough time
yeah.
for me to learn Latvian before the clinic. Yeah, the clinic will be in English. The thing is, if you understand me now, you will understand me at the clinic. So uh, that's one thing. But also another thing, if you want to participate with your horse, it would be great if you understood English and at least were able to not yes I
Mhm.
understand, no I don't understand, or something like this, because if I'm training a person with a horse and another person has to translate, that would be very difficult, especially if the horse had some problem or there was some issue that we need to focus on or something. So if
Mhm.
you want to attend with a horse, it's better that you have a basic language skills in English.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course, not if you don't know the specific terms, then that's okay,
that's
because
fine. Yeah.
yeah, we can help with that. And what else for preparation? You will be sending out like a book or a small
A PDF.
a PDF.
So I
Yeah.
will be sending out a PDF about cooperative care training to every participant, whether you participate with a horse or whether you participate as an auditor, so you can prepare, you can learn something more about cooperative care. I also have a free online course on cooperative care, so I can then put the link in the comment, or it's in my bio on Instagram. So I strongly recommend that you watch this free course. There's also a free webinar, and there are also some resources on my Instagram, so you can get an idea of what cooperative care is about. Also, we were just speaking about horses, but if you have a donkey or a mule, or what was the third one? A hinny, right? The
Um,
donkey horse cross
ah,
other than mule, probably. So if you have some animal like this, you can also attend a clinic. Cooperative care works in the same way for many animal species, including these equines. So yeah,
yeah, if
all
you have a
equines welcome.
pony or a big
Yeah,
horse.
yeah, doesn't matter, doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Hmm.
If you want to attend with the horse, but it's a stallion, you can. If well, it's for all the horses. You can attend if the horse is generally well mannered, handled, kind of,
Hmm.
not dangerous to other people or horses. You can still attend. If you have a mare and the mare is in heat, uh, at the time of the clinic, consider whether to participate or not, because the mare could be uncomfortable or in pain and not in a good mood or a good state to travel and learn. If you have a young horse or an old horse, as long as the horse is fine with some training and maybe traveling, you can attend.
Hmm. So the basic needs are transportation, that they know
Hmm.
how to go to and transport,
Yeah.
and can be led from the, I don't know, pasture or from the box to the indoor arena. And
Yeah,
then,
it's a very good if the horse is already familiar with an indoor arena also.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because then it will be easier for the horse to adapt to the new environment.
But if it's a young horse, can there be maybe a companion horse with him?
Yes, of
So
course. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, if like we will try to do whatever is necessary for the horse to feel comfortable and to be in the good state of learning.
Very good. Yeah, that's important because you cannot learn when you're stressed, right? So
Exactly.
it
Exactly. Yeah.
wouldn't help. Thank you very much. I
Yeah.
think it gave a very deep introduction about.
I hope so.
Yes, I can see that you're really into this topic and you
I
could
am.
speak for hours, and you have a lot of background. You can pick some examples from them. It's
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really
And
nice.
also, not to forget, there is also a lecture or a presentation after the clinic, and it's in another facility
Yeah.
somewhere further away to the south, I guess. Or
Yes, we will announce it. It
mm-hmm.
hasn't been announced yet, but it's in Jääkapils. That's like 160 kilometers from Riga.
Mm-hmm.
But from people that are living there, if they cannot attend the full clinic in
Mm-hmm.
Jelgava, then they can go there and listen to the lecture
Yeah,
and ask their questions there. So that's a nice also opportunity. And
is
thank you
also
for
an
that.
option, yeah, for you to
Yeah.
attend. It will be just a short presentation, like 2 to 3 hours or something. I think it will be longer than that, but we will announce it as
Try
two
to,
to three
yeah,
hours. Okay.
keep it short.
Without horses, just people. But we will also have great time and you can ask questions. And I will be speaking about equine cooperative care. Maybe I will do some presentation and show some videos and something uh,
Mm,
at the lecture, the presentation, so that you see what cooperative care is. That'll
yeah, that would be nice. Yes.
yeah.
To believe it, you need to see it to believe it. So
That's right. You need to see it to believe it. Horses can learn to give their consent with their care. You need to see it to believe it.
yes, yeah, exactly. Because as you said, at the first it feels like mysterious or not ever possible,
Yeah,
like impossible, because you
absolutely.
see what we want to do with them, and then yeah, ask for consent. People are really afraid of that. If we say to the horse that you can say no, that they will never say yes. But that's a thing.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah, that's another thing. Once you let the horse win, or once you let the horse say no, they will never say yes again. Well, if you know how to do it, and if you know how to motivate the horse, they will say yes. And in fact, when the horse has a problem with some procedure, and when you let them say no, they may seem like they don't want to say yes ever again because will they will start testing if they are allowed to say no anytime. And it's like a safety net. You test it once or twice or 3 times, and then you know it's there, and you no longer need to test it. And this is what happens with these horses. So these horses then come to realize that, oh, I can just, lean away from the person, and the person stops bothering me with cleaning the wound or with the syringe or whatever. I don't have to fight. I don't have to try to run away. Well, okay, and then this is the point when these horses start saying yes to the vet procedures.
yes, that's really good to hear again and again to
Yes, yes. So
to
it's
understand
possible.
it. Yeah,
It
it
takes
is
time
possible.
sometimes because it takes time not to teach the horse a behavior. It's easy to teach the horse a behavior, like touch a target, stand on this place. But what is really challenging is to help the horse feel safe and comfortable, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there are these two levels. Like one is teaching a behavior, and another one is to help the horse feel safe.
Yes. Perfect. I think that wraps it up really well. That we want this cooperation, that both participants are equally safe
Yes,
and comfortable, and that there is a way to do that. And we are really mm, excited for this opportunity that you can come to us and show it
I'm
in
excited to.
person.
Can't wait.
Yes. So really, people who are listening and who will listen to this later, I really recommend to come because it's one-time event, at least this year, and that's something that haven't been done. And as you said, a modern way, and we all want to be better with our horses.
Yeah.
And yes, this is one step towards it.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're interested in equine cooperative care and if you are somewhere around Latvia, please come to the clinic. It will be great and all of your questions will be answered when possible. And we will have a great time playing with some
Yes.
horses.
And also not limited to Latvia. If you are in neighboring countries, you can come, and because it's in English and available to anyone who, as you said, understands English and can nod that they understand.
Yeah.
So really good. Okay, thank you for this, and it was a pleasure to join you in this live conversation. It's something what I will now also have better motivation to do more, as it was not that scary. It was
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
nice talking to you. And yes, then let's keep in touch, and you can all follow Katerina on her Instagram and Facebook account, VetCare.
VetCare
Uh,
training.
VetCare Training, yes, exactly, and then see what else is there, what more options.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay,
Thank you so
so
much. And I'm so looking forward to seeing you in Latvia.
yes,
Okay.
me too. Okay, then thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.